Pat, are we cooking your last supper? You're going to have the best party you've had in your life. Sorry. What we have this evening for you, Pat, is we've got some delicious Connemara lamb with some lovely marinades on it. I have got a great slow roasted shoulder of pork here that we're going to do for you. Local, sustainable, organic. We're going to do for you some salmon. We're going to do some homemade burgers. We're going to do some sausages. And absolutely, Pat, who's the commie who's going to do it with you? The most beautiful commie chef in the world, Pat. Now we're coming to the garden, right? Myself and Imelda have to pick out the herbs in the garden. We've got herbs, Pat. We have got vegetables. We've got baby tomatoes. We've got pigs. We've got chickens, Pat. Whatever you want, we have. We've got these amazing bees. And I'm going to use this honey for you, Pat. I'm going to make a marinade, and we're going to make you the most amazing lamb you've ever seen in your life. We've got the best of the bloom on tour. We have an amazing farmers market of the best food in Ireland that you've ever seen in your life. And it's all for you, Pat. It's all your celebration. And what we're going to do after that is we're going to have the cafe orchestra. We have got a party like you've never seen. It started out here in the yard, Pat. It's going hell for leather. So join us, Pat, before the wine is gone.
All right, that's Peter Ward outside. Now, he's cooking up a storm for us later on. One, Peter, yeah, you can have that. All right. And that is the last time I'm going to say those words. One for every member of the audience. So there you go. All right, how are you getting on, Peter?
You know, Pat, we're doing great.
Now, come on over here and talk me through the food that you have. You decided to do shoulder of pork.
I did shoulders of pork on the bone, Pat.
Yeah.
They're some of them free range, some of them local, some of them organic, but predominantly board beef quality assured. The reason I did this is that the meat of the free range pork has a fantastic flavour. Long, slow cooking and finished on the barbecue, Pat. And people have been eating it here with a little bit of garlic aioli, and it is absolutely superb. Tom, a little bit for Pat.
All right, and would you tend to... You'd par cook it first, would you?
You'd actually par cook it. Tom cooked these down in his restaurant, O'Connell's, and he cooked it for about 4 hours, Tom?
4.5 hours.
About 4.5 hours.
Okay.
This is Tom O'Connell, my friend from Good Food Ireland. Now take that.
I've got to continue, you know.
I have to go this, Pat. You got to go with Pat. A little bit of garlic aioli, Pat, a little bit of olive oil and all that.
It's stuffed. What's it stuffed with?
It's stuffed with, I made a nice stuffing with some breadcrumbs, some apricots, some fresh herbs, a little bit of prunes in it, Pat, and of course then we marinated the meat before we stuffed it with a little bit of olive oil, garlic and some sage, and then we got some herbs out of the garden and we marinated it. We marinated it with some honey from the hives over here and a little bit of lemon. Yeah, this is the lamb now.
Now tell me.
The lamb is, we're coming into the lamb season, Pat. A very important time of the year, I suppose, for people who will be barbecuing to say, buy lamb, just ask is the key word. Buy Irish lamb, buy Irish beef, Pat. Made very simple burgers there a few minutes ago. We made them for about 70 cents each with some certified organic beef. Ed here, my friend Ed Hick, had them done in 2 minutes. He had the burgers done. The key thing is, Pat, it's coming into the garden season, it's coming into the barbecue season. Get out, about, buy quality Irish food. Support local, organic, regional, and it'll pay the dividends.
I see you've got the salmon on the...
I have got a little bit of organic salmon now, and we have just a little bit of a lemon marinade on that with some sorrel. We have sorrel underneath it and some butter, and what we're doing is we're just slowly cooking it on the barbecue, a little bit of sea salt on the top, and then we have a little bit of griddle bread here.
What's griddle bread?
Griddle bread, Pat, is what you could do on Sunday morning when you have nothing else in the house and visitors call and you have a frying pan and you're just out of bed and you could do a cake of griddle bread. My wife makes that in about 3 minutes.
What goes into it?
It's just a little bit of flour, a little bit of soda, a little bit of salt, some buttermilk. Turn it. She was doing it there this evening on the barbecue. Put the pan on the barbecue, mix it up very gently, just put your cake in, and it's like a pita. Now what we're doing with it this evening is, Pat, feel it there now, we're putting some country butter with it.
All right.
Unpasteurised, thick, yellow country butter. You have to taste this.
Now, Peter, you've actually gone around the stands here.
Yes.
You've gone to the garden and you've used the ingredients to prepare the food.
I have used the ingredients. I had a wonderful opportunity to shop through the stands. We're putting Ballymaloe relish with the pork. We're putting the Wicklow organic herbs with the lamb. We're putting the knockadrina into the salad. We're putting the foods of Athenry, apple tarts and rhubarb compotes. We're using Castle Farm eggs. They're here as well, and they're fantastic free-range eggs. That's why the aioli is so yellow, Pat. It's the quality of the organic egg egg and the olive oil, and I think people can see the difference here tonight. So we've been through, this is a section of the Bloom market, Pat. There are 44 stands at Bloom. The turnover is something in the region for these companies of 25 million, Pat. So as far as we're concerned, and the people on board, be it, this is the real economy in Ireland. And it's local, seasonal, young companies, young people, Pat. And really, when people buy food, as I said to you many times before, you and I had this discussion, it's an act of politics.
Now, Peter, tell me, you have been to Galway.
Yes.
The Volvo Ocean Race is in, but you've also kind of tracked them around the world.
I've been a guest of Good Food Ireland, whom I'm a director with Tom O'Connell here, and we've travelled all the way around the world. To every stop, the Volvo has boats and have been there. We're with Good Food Ireland on the shore, producing artisan food as guests of Tourism Ireland. Qingdao, Pat, I did this in Qingdao, in China. I did it in Cape Town. I did it in Alicante. I did it in Boston, and I'm doing it this week in Galway, and I'll be there tomorrow morning, hopefully, and it's really exciting.
All right, what do you think of the griddle bread?
Oh, I love that. I'm going to make that.
You're going to make that?
Put them in flour, told me.
I was going to ask you something. Now, you were cooking here with Peter, and you're a vegetarian.
I am a veggie.
Do you have a problem watching all the meat sizzle on the barbecue?
No, I can't, because my husband's definitely not a vegetarian, and if I didn't cook, he'd either starve or live in the local takeaway. So
you
I
have
cook
to cook for him all the time.
I cook 2 meals all the time, but yeah, I have to do it for him.
How did you become a vegetarian, by the way?
Well, down where I lived in the Liberties down behind, there used to be a slaughterhouse, and pigs used to run out sometimes, and the men would come out and catch and bring them back in. Didn't take me too long to be happy about the sausages and the pigs, and I started to get it together.
You put two and two together.
Yeah.
I think she was tempted this evening. I have to tell you, she was tempted. When she saw the lamb here in the alioli, she was seriously tempted.
I didn't. I was rubbing the pig behind the ears over there, and they told me that he was going to be a goner next week.
Mary has given out some. She's given out some of the pork with a little bit of garlic alioli on it as well, and people are absolutely crazy about it.
Now, Peter, the question people will be asking, they see all this top quality Irish food, and they'll be saying it's expensive. You know, you can go to the supermarket, you buy stuff from God knows where, you've got a budget every week. Buy this stuff, it's a bit dearer. What do you say to that argument?
Pat, all I say to you is I could feed 200 people here tonight on what I have. There's no convenience food, there's no rubbish, there's no frozen pizzas, there's no packaged goods, there's no preservatives, nothing. It's about clever shopping on a budget. We have produced organic burgers there at 70 cents per unit. It's all about clever shopping on a budget and buying natural local ingredients.
Okay, now what did you have? The lamb, was it?
I had the lamb, yeah.
Yeah, what do you think?
I think it's absolutely beautiful, Pat. It's really good, yeah. Really appreciate it.
Who else
Gorgeous.
has it? You tried it, yeah?
Pat, thank you very much. Great, nice. Thank you very much.
Would you enjoy the lamb? Did you try it?
It's very nice.
And the rosé.
And the rosé.
And the salmon as well.
And the salmon.
And one thing I wanted to ask you, because the taste of the lamb is so succulent. What did you marinate in it,
Let me
and
show
for
you.
how long?
Let me show you. Now, I made up a lot of my own marinades this evening, but this is from the Organic Herb Company, and it's actually got seaweed in it and sea salt. So if you can't have lamb from Connemara that tastes the seaweed and sea salt, you can put this marinade on it and you can cheat, and it produces the dividend. Absolutely.
Louis,
this is it.
Have you had any grub yet?
Remember where they came from?
Yeah, we made a very simple marinade as well. I showed you. We made a very simple marinade with the yogurt from Cologne with the mint. Now, and what I did was about an hour before I cooked the lamb, I put yogurt and mint on it. Now, I didn't serve yogurt and mint on it after I cooked it. I served the garlic alioli and a salsa verde with a little bit of anchovy and a little bit of caper in it, and that was particularly delicious with it. But something like that is very good. Herbs are in season, they're available everywhere. Get out into the farmers markets, you know, and next thing, just go and pick up the herbs and use them, Pat. People look at them and say, what will I do with them? Throw a few of them into a bowl and put a cup of olive oil into them and blitz them, and there you are. That's about the beginning and end of it.
All right. Louis, do you cook?
Very, very good food.
Yeah, do you cook there yourself?
Oh, no, I never cooked in my life, Pat.
Louis,
ever.
you are going to make a salsa verde in a few minutes. Now, you can't make that lovely rhubarb tart, but I'll give you a taste of it.
Okay.
It's the Athenry apple tart and rhubarb tart in a few minutes when it's ready, and I'll show you how to make a rhubarb compote in 5 seconds, Louis.
All right.
Brilliant.
That's good.
I will leave you at the tender mercies of Peter, because I've got a couple of things to do.
Louis has to cook.
Thank you very much for
Everyone
having
needs
us out.
Thank you.
Thank you very